Picture this: Earth, the year 2120. The skies are streaked with fire, the ground trembling from something that shouldn't exist here at all. A deep space research vessel has crash-landed, spilling its cargo across a densely populated part of Southeast Asia. But this isn't just any crash. Inside are alien life forms collected by one of the most powerful corporations in human history. And here's the kicker. Some of these creatures make the Xenomorphs from the 1979 sci-fi horror classic Alien look like household pets. This is Alien Earth, FX's bold and chilling new series that promises to drag the legendary franchise somewhere it's never gone before: home. Alien Earth is the first ever television series in the Alien universe, created by Noah Hawley, the mind behind Fargo. It's set just 2 years before the events of Ridley Scott's Alien. That's right. This show is a direct prequel, filling in the tense, shadowy gap right before the doomed Nostromo mission. The premise alone is enough to make longtime fans perk up. We finally see how the terror of the Xenomorphs reaches Earth itself. But Hawley doesn't stop there. He introduces entirely new alien species and a layered human versus machine versus alien hierarchy that could reshape the whole mythos. The story centers on Wendy, played by Sydney Chandler. At first glance, she looks human. But Wendy is a hybrid, a humanoid robot infused with the consciousness of a terminally ill child. Created by the Prodigy Corporation, she's part of a secretive corporate arms race involving other synthetic life forms. Synthetics are pure AI humanoids. Cyborgs are part machine, part flesh. Wendy? She's something new entirely. And in the words of one cast member, she's the iPhone 25 in a world of outdated tech. This twist isn't just for shock value. It's a way to explore what it even means to be human when humanity's survival is on the line. Alongside Wendy is Kirsch, an android mentor played by Timothy Oliphant. Unlike the aloof synthetics of past Alien entries, Kirsch brings a distinctly human sense of Americanness, steady, capable, but not always easy to read. Is he a protector or a manipulator? The series keeps us guessing. Also in the mix are cyborg soldiers like Morrow, portrayed by Babu Sise, who sees himself as outdated compared to newer models. These dynamics aren't just window dressing. They set up the show's core question. In a world where the line between human, machine, and alien blurs, who do you trust? The action kicks off when Wendy joins a rescue mission to the crash site of the spaceship Maginot. What's supposed to be a salvage operation turns into a nightmare. The alien cargo, collected for corporate profit by none other than the infamous Weyland-Yutani, escapes into the wild. And this isn't just the Xenomorph we know. Hawley and his design team imagined what would happen if these creatures had to adapt to Earth's ecosystems. And the results are grotesque, inventive, and perfectly engineered for your nightmares. Hawley has made it clear, this isn't a 2-hour monster movie stretched into a series. It's a slow burn, 8-episode story that takes time to build relationships, explore morality, and show how people, human or otherwise, respond when everything they know is threatened. That means long-form tension, shifting alliances, and plenty of moments where the audience thinks they know what's coming, right before it turns upside down. In his words, it's about asking, will humanity survive? And maybe more importantly, does humanity deserve to survive? Visually, Alien Earth wears its love for the original Alien on its sleeve. The production design leans heavily into 1970s-inspired tech, grimy control panels, analog readouts, flickering lights, but this time placed in Earth settings we've never seen in the franchise. Imagine an alien horror sequence in a rain-soaked street market, or inside a rusting industrial complex where the shadows are alive. This contrast between the familiar and the otherworldly is one of the show's biggest weapons. Thematically, Alien Earth plays with the same fears that have powered the franchise for decades. Corporate greed, the dangers of unchecked science, and the fragility of human life when confronted with the truly alien. But here, Hawley adds another layer. What happens when the human in the story isn't entirely human at all? Wendy's journey forces the audience to think about identity, belonging, and morality from the perspective of someone who was never given the choice to be what she is. For fans of the Alien timeline, Alien Earth lands in a very specific sweet spot. Here's the chronological order. Prometheus, 2093. Alien Covenant, 2104. Alien Earth, 2120. Alien Romulus, 2142. Aliens and Alien 3, 2179. And finally, Alien Resurrection, 2381. That means this series is uniquely positioned to show the growing power of Weyland-Yutani, the evolution of androids, and possibly even the departure of the Nostromo itself. For lore lovers, there are plenty of potential Easter eggs. The casting process for Wendy was intense. According to Hawley, Sydney Chandler actually turned down a major film role to fly to Calgary and audition because she's a sci-fi fan and wanted this part. That kind of passion shows. Her performance balances childlike innocence with sudden bursts of determination and tactical skill. A constant reminder that Wendy is both more and less than human. Around her, the ensemble brings texture and unpredictability. From Essie Davis as Dame Sylvia, a caretaker with her own agenda, to Alex Lothar as Hermit, Wendy's long-lost brother. As for the alien designs, Hawley's approach was simple. Think of the worst thing possible, then make it worse. Every new species has unique biology, behavior, and a truly unsettling method of survival. Sound design plays a huge role here too. The clicks, hisses, and chittering of these creatures are designed to get under your skin. In Hawley's own words, he wants viewers to never feel comfortable again. Even something as ordinary as picking up a piece of bread might make you hesitate after watching. With its premiere on FX and Hulu, Alien Earth is more than just another addition to a long-running franchise. It's a reinvention. It doesn't rely solely on nostalgia, but instead uses the familiar as a springboard for new ideas. Whether you're a hardcore Alien fan or someone coming in fresh, the combination of rich world-building, moral complexity, and nerve-shredding suspense promises an experience you won't forget. So buckle up, keep your eyes on the shadows, and remember, in space, no one can hear you scream, but on Earth, they definitely can. One of the smartest choices in Alien, Earth, is how it treats its setting as a character. Southeast Asia in 2120 isn't just a backdrop. It's alive with cultural detail, economic tension, and the looming influence of the 5 megacorporations that control the planet. Prodigy, Weyland-Yutani, Lynch, Dynamic, and Threshold. The collision of these forces, corporate greed, advanced robotics, and alien biology, creates a layered battlefield where every decision can have planetary consequences. Viewers aren't just watching a survival story. They're watching a geopolitical powder keg ignite. The series also leans into psychological horror. Wendy may be a hybrid, but she's still processing the emotional trauma of being taken from her human life and placed into a synthetic body. That disconnection between mind and body gives her a unique perspective on fear. She doesn't fear death in the traditional sense. She fears losing herself, her memories, and her moral compass. This internal struggle plays out alongside the external threat, adding depth to what could have been just another run-and-gun alien chase. For fans who crave action, Alien